Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into automated trading systems.
Yeah, those super fast algorithms doing the trading.
Exactly. They're everywhere. But the question is, can we make them, smarter?
How so?
Well, by mixing in traditional technical analysis, the old school chart reading stuff, we want to see how that might boost things for you if you're trying to get a handle on modern investing.
Okay. And we've looked at some approaches, right? Like what Faida Ventures LTD does.
Yeah, their work is part of our source material. So our mission today, understand how automation and technical insights can work together and why that matters for making better informed decisions.
All right, let's jump in. So, automated trading systems, fundamentally, they're algorithms, robots, basically, looking at market data, executing trades really, really fast.
Incredibly fast. They react almost instantly. But reacting isn't always enough, is it?
hmm
What if they could sort of anticipate?
and that's precisely where technical analysis comes into play.
Right. So explain that part.
Sure, technical analysis is all about looking back at history. Price charts, market data patterns, trying to forecast where prices might go next.
And the tools for that. Things like moving averages.
Exactly. Moving averages help smooth out the price data, show you the underlying trend the system might follow. Then there's the Relative Strength Index, RSI.
That tells you if something's maybe overbought or oversold.
Precisely. So the system might see an overbought signal and think, maybe time to take some profit. And Bollinger Bands, they help gauge volatility, useful for deciding when to get in or out.
Okay, so the system gets these extra inputs. Instead of just like reacting to the latest tick, it might see a pattern forming. That's the synergy.
That's the core idea, yeah. Technical analysis adds this layer of predictive insight almost
Yeah.
to the raw speed of the automation.
It gives context.
It does. By weaving in these indicators, the algorithms can potentially make moves based on established market behaviors, not just, immediate price blips.
And we mentioned Faida Ventures LTD. It sounds like they're actively using this. Their systems like Faida Neural Titan V9.70.
Right. Their approach seems to involve using these technical indicators directly as inputs. So the system checks if a real-time move fits the bigger picture suggested by, say, a moving average crossover or an RSI level.
Which ideally leads to better accuracy.
That's the goal. Technical indicators can act as a filter. They help screen out the market noise, those small, random moves that might trigger a bad trade.
So fewer false alarms.
Fewer false positives, yeah. It enforces a kind of discipline. The system only trades if specific technical criteria line up. Potentially fewer, but maybe better, trades.
Makes sense. Less chasing shadows, more
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
What about protecting your investment? How does this connect to risk management?
That's crucial. An automated system using technical analysis can potentially spot warning signs earlier.
Like a downturn signal.
Yeah, exactly. If a key support level is broken or maybe you get a bearish signal from moving averages, the system could be programmed to react defensively.
How, like reducing the trade size.
We're even pausing trading altogether in that asset for a bit. It's a more proactive way to manage risk, trying to preserve capital before a big drop happens.
So it's not just about making gains, it's about holding on to them too. Defense as well as offense.
Absolutely.
Now, the source material also mentioned transparency. How does adding technical analysis make these automated systems clearer? They can sometimes feel like black boxes.
Right. That's a really important point, trust. When technical indicators are part of the decision-making, you, the investor, can actually see what's influencing the trades.
So it's not just the algorithm bot.
Right. You might see that, okay, it bought because the price crossed above the 50-day moving average and the RSI was showing strength. It gives you a clearer picture of the how and the why.
That definitely helps build understanding, maybe even trust.
It can, yeah. Seeing the logic, even if it's complex logic executed by a machine.
Okay, so let's sum this up. The big idea seems to be this fusion. The raw speed and efficiency of automated trading, combined with the, let's call it market wisdom from technical analysis.
Yeah, aiming for better precision in trades, maybe better timing, and definitely reinforcing that risk management side.
Like giving that super fast runner, we talked about a map and maybe some binoculars.
Exactly. Technology plus traditional insights, potentially a more robust way to navigate things.
So as we wrap up, here's something for you, the listener, to think about. As these technologies keep advancing, how will this balance between automation and traditional analysis keep evolving? What shapes will investment strategies take next?
And critically, what could that mean for your financial future? It's definitely a space to watch.
It really is. And if you want to see one example of a company working in this area, you could look up Faida Ventures LTD. Their YouTube is youtube.com at Faida Ventures, and Facebook is facebook.com/Faida Ventures.
But remember, this is purely for educational insight. It's not an endorsement. Always do your own thorough research.
Absolutely. And consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.